Queen Mother of Dia Nkwanta. Intino lawyer Raphael Kwame Japan on my message always show happy birthday. So also and Victoria Sewa Chumesi also Accra and that we if Mr. David Chumesi Dakwa of Afranchu Brunkung or a retired educationist and or MPP, one of the elders Ewo Efija Kwabre South constituency, almost Victoria Sewa Chumesi. Happy birthday to you. And happy 75th birthday to the world's amazing mother, Madame Cecilia Ekuyanketia Edu, from Dr. Isaac Edupong, Eno Frimpoma Edu, Akosia Redua, and Akoto Mansa, that girl, and the siblings, almost saying, happy birthday to you, Madame Cecilia Ekuyanketia Edu. And there was 75 years. Nyankopon ashaw so yi waka ho ama bibia akokorect pa happy birthday. Saso nanana adu say akowia o say Mabel adu say amwa o akra NIB ene e wawoda happy birthday to you Mabel if you papa ho. Saso so ena ne ba Samuel adu say amwa ene o United States of America. Happy birthday from your dad. And the nana or him and Ketia Debra also a now the intinimam you know and the nana and they or my with that nana dusiamwa or ton ties I was from runabout or sending nana no the nana back on the mammy you know Mabel and a fee somewhere and they are birthday happy birthday and a miakasa a bossman or say boating and they with that nana bossman happy birthday. Pa, good morning.
Good morning, Ken.
Let's say.
Boko also
Adumna.
Busiafoni nyina hoye.
Obia hoye.
Okay.
Na also
nyina hoye busiafoni obia hoye.
And they worry che aka ho. Dr. Mike.
King.
Let's say.
Boko.
Efie boko. Oh, we nipa bia, we no ma bia e nwanwa kakra. And then I make case when you are the crowd,
David
COVID-19 wouldn't let you. But we are Nipa Baku, I will say through COVID-19 change Nipia. Are they? How do you say what inside and out?
Oh, sir, Bonunimna, not just a Usru, woman about Musra Bon.
Says I wouldn't even a boy, more or less, wouldn't let you.
Ain't it a misroni? Oh, ain't it? Medium Nidia, but okay, China, Doctor now, Dikaya. Or Gigi Musa Corona. Oh, hey, I know Zabuano, Onokrano, Abuana cannot to her. Into Nimabuana
surviving.
There was all down. There we were surviving.
Oh,
I mean, first doctor or hinty outbreak coronavirus.
Wow.
Yeah, Pubudiajuman. Yes, Ru crash.
What the Usru?
Yes, Ru.
What any part of the crowd is here no Johnny.
Also Johnny.
Health workers and frontliners. Nyameko Swishamo. Na because Abon Payama. Na Dr. Mike, that imagery you sa adebia bibi tuatua ho sa na virus na tiampa na say our own creation.
And your own creation, sana virus neti. Once a virus no you more immune. You more mushata there. I have an envelope. And you more mushata there. And you're from non-envelope. Into when a group sub group no or share Saturday and a funny envelope. And Saturday I say and soy a one. And nona ura unima or the kind of so be a cells in the womb asana what in afro a room. Intina ubikase be a one a common minimum sushia a becon until Mars if you say it is a seki ni safwa. Into the safwani ura denim nas will be a nafi room. Inti safasu ura demont uchipi enye into who says I anyone ever ni tree who sana sa pepe on only so banity. Bia was said Bia was said you was here in Yama.
I see. Ooh. But I say I give you where with time not you can say not the potency in a coffin. Say by still that's so that dangerous and potent. And as a beer, they say, yeah, failure, no brass.
Oh, naturally. Okay, said their virus is not here. Shall say a fruitino. I need timinipa, a kunipa at a very high speed, but a go through system, the could be a nase nipa any virus no chom wasi. ɛyɛ antiaseɛ ɛna ɛyɛ anya adwuma no nso virus no bebree no wohwɛ sɛdeɛ ɔmo se ba na te sɛ Ebola ba yi Ebola yɛ virus baako a ɔba on survive wentimi a survive anko akyire because ɔde abufuo na ɛbaeɛ wohwɛ Ebola no oku a na kyɛ sɛ ɔkɔ nti wɔnsua sɛdeɛ ɔsisi de nipa bɛtena nti sɛ virus no ɛnhu nyansa ɛnsua sɛdeɛ nipa bɛtena ɔno nso wɔnkyɛ nti wohwɛ across baabi Ebola sisi ya Ebola yɛtu na every all across ati Congo na woman no manya baako anase mienu
that way corona corona usua sɛ de wɔne yɛbɛtena
sɛ corona we no ninua baako ɛna yɛhu no second one ni first one ne ɛyɛ ne si 2003 a ne yɛfrɛ no SARS coronavirus 1 ɔno na asɛ ninua bɛma ɛne SARS coronavirus 2 yi one no hyɛ aseɛ no saa ɛku nipa bɛyɛ 800 ɛna ɛduru baabi no osua sɛ de ɔne nipa bɛtena ɛna afei ɛbra ase nipa ni bi nya bi but na nyɛ serious nti we say ni ɛhwɛ ni sɛ acha bɛyɛ afi baako deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ virus na nkasa sua nyansa sɛ obetimi ni nipa tena sɛ de bɛyɛ ɔno so betimi a survive in the system so when sua sa deɛ ɛnde ɛyɛ deɛ a ɔno bedi kai akɔ so far in the history of the world aboa bi ani hɔ no ma watimi kum nipa dasani every wiase ɛnte sa aboa no ba at that stage and ɔno mu bɛkɔ first na nipa na tena ko nipa dasani wɔ advantage virus
like the president always say this one too shall pass in
fact the kind idea say
okasafa coronavirus you know there be I no ne closing the and the God bless our homeland Ghana and make it
before aboa no beba na enim say oba den duru ba bia ano be brase na ene ya betena na ne amane bebre ye ne say den na wo so ye se de be ya enkum nipa bebre eno anti ni ne nyina ye sa aboa no ba na so ba betwem akone wa betena wan manage ni ye by the time obekọ no wo ku nipa no bebre eno na always be into ye ka se she mask ni ye we ni nyina ne che se ye boa se betimi akrokro aboa no se de be ya onku nipa no bebre kakra bia obeku nipa kra ye betimi adjom nkwa ugya ni mu na so ka se woni wo betrent no mana konya no transia wa hwe yi na wa fa so ku nipa bebre so ni mu a na enye yi enti ene de I think say e was say etimi agitum se anya aboa wa ka se metunu anase menye duru a mede etu na se once a vaccine ma ye duru ma ne de e wo se ya ka se yehu se ya de e wo se krokro no na etimi boy ho ban na etimi hwe ho so yie na bokoboko kakra no a duru ba bi na so osua se de oni ye betena na afi yenso ne na atena na afi de obi aho ato no
okay ba
yes Ken
yes you say ade na TSC health workers so to be precise doctors.
Yes.
How true is that true?
Yeah, Ken, ampa. Now, you share the latest figures. But me call true and then my answer question. We share the last one about yesterday was 6,617. And Ghana Health Service website called ahead Emma breakdown. Greater Accra still Mulidi with 4,780. Now Bashanti 1,010. Now other regions Etwa Sosa. And a couple of weeks ago, me mentioned the number of doctors or Monyebi, Mafa health workers and Kambosha this week. And MNJ said now the regional health directors out exact figures of health workers or Munyebi and Ashanti the figures. Greater Accra man the figures.
Ashanti say health workers or Munyebi figures near say.
I think say you said in the course of but over 30 or so, more than 30. Both nurses, doctors, and others, NYB. I think, I'll look for the figures, I had it on my phone. I was trying to retrieve it. And Ushema, Yahubi and Debia Mekase, because of my position, I'm your hand, you interacted with Omo, NYB, Omo recover no. Question I besides say, are they Tina health workers, Enya Bibri? And yet, answer no, and yet different from Oshe Amaya or more enya problems will be like I hate home be brain no a lot of health workers enya bina most of them or some of them efimo so far Ghana mienu ena ye nurse baako ena doctor baako ye penyin baako a ye Lucia de abeto hosa officially omuna efim as a result. And as a health institution you beside your home say adena your health workers no enya bi. And the answer is simple. The forefront of the fight no ena yebe nya virus no and senior Mike Ekayeno, Dr. Michael Osu Ekayeno, we have to learn to live with the virus. These are not times yet said no na no. And it seems say a lot of things either say nipana ye felici be adapted to the new normal no and I say inadequate preparation and may raise this issue with last week make about health workers. 2 or 3 things reason here be most people are still yet to come to terms say senior na ye huno dida no said those times so be back consulting will be and share mask ye procedure be use gloves na se for but ye share mask our ward na se for se no ye we but some of the institutions now you still realize say health workers no be brave or honoma if you wear mask or honmo on share obi okra or sha or so abre or kasa yente no atwen ato na bodwiase. Some of the health workers no so behave it is the general public they believe say or no share mask or kasa ontinti or no be kasa no momuno na watwene mask nkrofo a or no mo interactive or facilities no eso atwen omo mask but obehu say mask no to protect ebia kasa droplets ne nasefo a ebeba no. Enti say o kasa momo say o share mask no watwe ato wabodwiase wakasa we no watwe akwa enye protective. Enti some of the ways there be a kasa PPs nasefo ebi ho ase na mekan omo obi and I cited an example of a facility here. Say on share mask no more no moti ho no so and share mask. So almost every facility whether private or public or Ghana ha me ramo hakra me say me hu notice no mask no entry. And almost all hospitals across the country no those notices no but instructive say ubet say wako hono health minister issued that directive hospitals heads issued directive say health workers or more whichever facility should insist say patient or admission and share mask patients over hospital no and share mask or more ka or more hono and share mask. We will call some of the hospitals or more admission ken oyi mask na share ni lokemu no money nurses no etiti ward hono interactive bibia omu say ebia o doctor o insist say omo hye we no ba na omo yi no mahye we say you are not deceiving the doctor. Yes o expose you na be mo na mote ward with patients no say mo insist say no na doctor no ba no maka chop no mahye no mo na mo expose mo ho and the moment mo be sa munya because ye no mo ye rounds together everything is like bibia ye nyina no ye bom no who expose the lab person obia or hobia no. Excuse some of our colleagues Emma especially make about those on the ward say finding out reason here health workers be brave enyabi reason omo man say patients no okachro mokra na omo nche but then no most hospitals and where ministerial directive na say for patient no ansha yes is one shakra don't allow them entry to the facility enti esu ni ban bi say ye will be seen as being hard on patients. Yes You should.
You are not being hard on them.
Yes.
You are just telling them what is right.
Yes. And I've had the calls to my visit a lot of hospitals. Me do honma. I tell we should here to patients or more relatives. Or more. I told them say, I didn't ye can say or muda hona or munsheno. Yes, say penny emperor much asamo. And they shouldn't think say ye health personnels no. Ye ye clean. Ye nibi. Me test on Thursday. May train results, I'm sure, said by Ochina, Ebeba, ya started test here. Most or some health workers will be to what would that honum and answer what Ura health facility, no. You end up getting it also from the health facility. Where you to Ghanaians, whether I feel now call hospital or now hospital hono, men feel said, u DCV ubi, wana u DCV, and make us a virus, no, a behavior differently. Ebia say so a mild in kum nipa bebre but ebia nya one particular person wono yenim nia ebesi ntina eno ye the attitude. The second thing ye hu no so say reason Emma health workers will be say share some most of our health facilities I think now they are trying to save costs, so instead some better the surgical mask, no, minim other sikane no anasa is like omabre. And so they are forcing cloth mask on the health personnel.
Yes,
Omobeka so FDA approve AB and the triple layer, then layer and all that. But you see, you were a lot of body of research, and I'm sure say Dr. Michael also Hanmo and AB will be educating more on that. But there are a lot of researcher and which me society works be on the fact say cloth mask, you know, and me or we all be explain it that way. And yet really protective in the health setting or the hospital setting, the theater setting. And I will urge managers of health facilities say, you see, Obi bet na hosel FDA standards authority are approving this mask and all that. But I am yet to see one document stated said those masks are specifically suited for the clinic.
But at this point, I'll blame you.
Yes.
Two. Mm-hmm. First one, they say.
Yes.
For instance, divisional chairman.
Yes.
Considerable weight.
Yes.
Na se wakoto se health worker bi esese ohye mask ese ohu se ohye mask on hye bia a day internal disciplinary action na wo hwema you take against our person, just cautioning them. I don't think it works. Two, GMB more sa hoden se bibi koso refa pomden ho na enya, you come out strongly.
Yes.
To say sa dia yetete say FDA for approve this and this and pay our investigation. It's not right. But until some more yet, you are only saying it here.
Yeah, Ken, what you say? Some of the things, decisions are normal. Say no. Yeni nyina na yede beto abontin. Ma debia no say you say nkrofo enhibia. What we do, and I've done it severally, and yet only me. Most of the people are omote aseno. There has been instances I have visited hospitals. I go straight to the medical director or superintendent of that facility, and I said I went to this particular ward or unit, and this number of people in Shibi. And this you have to make sure that they comply. We take all those necessary actions. And
Doctor, somebody is watching us on Facebook,
yes.
Protozua, or say your mask, yes, is not fitting properly, so you are struggling. So I should wear a mask. I'm say baby, I'm tea.
Yeah.
In Tiana, Bia, say also Bia said that meme, sir. In Tino, me banner sanitizer system now, meet me a use to say, advise me. Not your listeners in team.
Yes.
Now also so the now said I was struggling. No.
Yes.
Yeah, said the benefit to no one struggle.
Yeah, Ken. Yes, he's right. Me for the surgical one will be no, unfortunately.
The surgical one and saying somewhere are not.
Ken,
we are not.
One says here were a lot of people doing it, and a be or papa, a be or and papa. Me fa a be the KN95. Unfortunately, me see a fee become Debia me or Bibri egu become both the cloth, no, depending on where me or not mache. Unfortunately, me see a fee car numunana at all from. Me fee me pack mo honoma and nipa or direct na or no so otiaso. Into no mean to me. Enyusu and until I was forced to take away intina protozoa very right may struggle because there be me or spare for emergencies and knowing very well say you can't enter facility be without mask no and a man may far away as a spare one a war may come we usually may reserve when obi betna may care more then maputi way on, but may call facilities be great now. They be able to try to have winter. That's the reason I me used to we are MFT very well, and I'm struggling. But then no, Rano said once yeah more than 2. Ewo ehanu mean to me yes me mask. And I baby Ken no share room na it is obi hall. Eso and unkwa na wo eho. And I see say omo ruram nano obi a share we. And between wall no there is this wall and then the partition. So that is it. It's like war ufi, and that is exactly hot The protozoa made us be brave, but the reason say media made ba no to form and the me yes me coffee aba program no e be a bit later na say na we so na me spare one e wo muntu no you are very
it's back to our say a dear ben na moye as GMA telling people and as telling us a normal ye assume say they protect your right in face mask near the e be right because obi eton bibia o babia say yes so ya moye ho ban yi na ekoko base ye kokko fire arena mo and ye dey ba mo ho
yes
enti no na pressure be ba mo so but mo so no na mo hu sa de a ye feel say eye na enye e de na mo ye
Ken in the coming days no you be issue a statement and yeah consultation one say bibia say no see enya evidence and sana ye enti make na well with respect to cloth mask in the hospitals na for you who say initially the explanation we got so it's not supposed to be used by the clinicians here or other health workers. Health systems, hospital, no administrators, and different arms, it be your offices, low risk, or more interactive every day with a lot of people. Until to me, use cloth mask. But now we've realized most of the hospitals are forcing it on their nurses, on their doctors, including the fact we should use it in the theaters and baby abeko. And we are deliberate. We will issue that statement. We will talk to the relevant authorities, the health wing. And I'll cite an example. Yesterday, I spoke with one of my colleagues. He is the chairperson for the Confederation Doctors Association. And we are taking steps. He is writing to management of that hospital. He will copy the board. He will copy the health minister. Collaborative, all this. Insisting, say, that practice. You see, this is not a time where you issue threats. We be a dialogue in it, for. Insisting said this is not a time. Just like anyway, we can be forced to wear the mask. And usually GMA for everybody, not a specific hospital. Until we engage the leadership of that hospital, no, a necessary doctors engage or more representation, representative or that facility, no, to act. Now you support you in the background, but if no acting as still, you need solution. Then we come in and we come in aggressively. And we are doing all these things. Yeah, publicize it. A lot of things at GMA. The other time you threw the challenge to us, you donate no man and as for we do it, but you media no a capture. Say BBI ye mako facility na enu oni abegina radio so na ye cancel facility we omunyes no debiano ye engage the leadership there no to see, but if ye dialogue na anywhere then we'll come out publicly na yes no, now we will not insist. Until for now, that's what we are doing in the background.
Right. Okay.
And I'll also urge every health personnel whether you are a mortuary attendant, a pathologist, records person, a nurse, doctor, administrator, say, you see, we should take our health seriously. We shouldn't think, say, somebody is doing us a favor or facility and they tell you, say, omuni mask or hormonti use to something you yourself know, say, and you're right. You should insist. We should insist. I say, no, Ubia and Pesobe incur the displeasure of whoever the medical director or the regional director, the district director or municipal director is. Into your car, same biana. Instead of telling the person, albeit officially, say we can't do that, no, then you accept it. Okay, or more complaining. This is not the time to be nice. This is the time you have to think of not only yourself, but you think of your family. You think of the people in your community. It's more easy. And initially, you started here, not saying health workers here, you be brain, here, my figures, no crown, it was news. But now it's so common. And you realize, a bit me one health personnel who will also send it to the house, the whole community can get it. You know, we shouldn't think, say, when me facility, dinner, and me coca, oh, you be punish me. This is not the time. You see, internal laws, all right. And she said, oh, insist on the right thing being done. No BS or be punish you. You have the right to seek justice.
That time, wouldn't we can say, Dr. Bia, say, isolation center.
Yes.
Or volunteer say, oh, yeah, okay. Or beba no abeka ama mouthful. The other time I make kind of from other he said Honorable Abon.
Yes.
Or say he starting show corpses of can say and dead bodies of victims. For people to get the real picture. The bena papa no beba and they say no what to say. So simply put.
Ken, most of not all Accra. Yeah, that we say. And I can say, started that engagement with most of our people now, or more. And he has not gone through fully the time because of last week or day 4. I mentioned it. And we are testing negative. But then we accepted that challenge. Osha, your colleague back home, Onye Biwo Borga. And now she is come public in TB, we say, granted an interview. Also, she nearly died and had to be, airlifting. The helicopter kofa no fi Bolga eba Tamale. Na another flight no bar from Tamale to Accra. Ambulance from the airport straight to Kolebu. And she's been on radio in Bolga. She's been on one of your sister stations, telling, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, telling the whole world, say, the experience she went through and what made her survive. And started with all that way. My personal friend I spoke with, or no, any process, no, but we have other colleagues or more can win. And then, secondly, on the request by Honorable Babwe, no, one, you see, every dead body has the right to dignity. And say, your family member, not you be displaying a corpse. The other name be say obi woo or accident, you show body nasi for. They still. Once the person is dead, doesn't mean so many the right.
And right.
We observe all this. And the dead bodies, from research is being found out, say, Omugu Krana, they can still transmit the dead bodies, the virus, they have a special way of even handling it. May advise say we don't need to, we have demonstrated with all evidence, colleagues in almost steady viruses, I demonstrate say virus and to see Dr.
Mike,
I can say, what church we pray be almost share envelope, I saw almost shattered, almost shattered. And you're real thing. You see, the only thing is saving Ghanaians, meaning whether is the virus, sending a your kind of virulence, and now we say na airborne and I say any other thing. But it's real. Until yes or more per se or and son of Magia, it's like religion. So be a hunya coupon that.
But wow, pay jai. Wow, pejidi.
Yes.
Wow,
pejai. Enyawa, there be in medical practice, you can statistics. Oh, less than 1%, 2%, but a kawa. You are 100% of the victim.
All right.
And we don't have to get there.
I mean, and trust, yes, if you are pompo, konongo, ekwamu accident, BSc honoma, created traffic, big or honomo. Na omo concrete, no mo fin creba, freano, mo friend, ya pussy for Madaroma. Samoti enka konongo kwano so dua pompo honomo na accident esi na en se mo beye hu bibia ma honorable asenso boachi nso anopai matese wawura jurisdiction no mu awutie Akoko Abon they also watch health personnel no and the front line workers say omo bantama so na say action no enti omo so ati omo so omo ji so honorable asenso boachi na Dr. Mike, afe yanhwe say that the ba ye now yes contact A, contact B. Contact B no the na yes enye hu kura na contact C no na ya de say that first they now da a KCC at home ade because of the workload. Say that's what is na call from kakra.
Kin maminka kakra so
o kasa kesia
near Dr. Pakwesi kind na me raise some few points. I think it's a bit boy, I think it's a health worker issue. No issue. I will say my ni Akoko. Number statistics be across the world. Nipa 90,000 health workers and are infected with coronavirus as we speak now.
90,000
across the world. 90,000.
It could be you.
Possible.
It could have been Pakwesi.
Possible. Inti widely no a dorsal. Africa, you need 1,000 health workers as at now. African cases, Kosoro, all right, but you hit almost 10,000, and you about 1,000 cases. South Africa, for 511 health workers are more infected.
About half of Africa's.
South Africa.
But just as about half of Africa.
And in Nigeria, for 131 compared to here. Melbourne regional director. Ashanti region, Dr. Tinkran, Mbebona Basopa said, yeah, no, Timmy bring out this data. Now, Timmy, press release. Now, or what is happening, and that is the real picture. I was here, me who was here DC. I was here, the dangers are health workers. And in the bit me, ya bebom who buy. Also, no account about cloth marks. I am known since. All these days, sir, your respirators, your cloth masks, and your medical mask. Ni nyina 1 year. So we share cloth masks we are who obey 2 to 38% protection. What it means is that so be a virus no, na so share cloth masks na say or contact nipo ha. Emu be 40 per na bit me born who by 60 bit me transmit it because of the pore sizes and never be standardization a faso. Eating a case social cloth marks na and going to me bon by but cloth marks plus social distancing plus a beer washing of hands. In 2 minutes wash your cloth marks now the cockatran will be a corona. But health workers, you need to be social distancing in hospital. Patient better when you ma ube there social distancing. So me wo lab na se
kunyana kwechi.
Oh, you theater, na so you be operational. Obey the social distancing. Say me yes samples when you ma na se makurema. Me to be social distancing. And no one thing is the respirators ni medical masks no you be provided because of the virus pore size. Respirators need a virus need to be PM from cry. It's cilium into about 99% protection.
Yeah, shall we how safe?
Where medical masks they're very good. It's about 60 to 70% protection minimum. But I know you're better chain cloth masks. Inti eniso obi kase yenko fa cloth marks enko health sector because I only hot zone at the same year oko kwa wa okono wo anim na yesi koneko face enemy no uko honom ne di se wotu ahohoro ye o bazooka ene ye wo pese ne di ebi a kafu ye fisa mo kanova ti abofre
ye ti abofre
ne ti abofre she on sa se fakodro kunanim obede akọ mreko a ye wo tu ankasa wo de boa aboa na betimi ekunu nti se sometimes eya na manage say be ka say oh ye nda health workers are say ye mbo ye say mom enya nu nkwane betimi amom sika but decisions are ye be take aboa abom ho ban no for me no a better way of showing appreciation Chelsea Becca say, oh, young boy, Muna, Intimo, FDA, my mask, all right. But FDA for any capacity, so betting me the exact pore sizes of mask, no much say. Mask am I way, a bit me filter viruses at 60 or 70%. Any capacity, no. It takes a lot to do mask from respirators to medical masks. And on a standardized research, I name call first boy who buy. In the best say in as much as health workers near Buano, a honey the concentration zone for near my Yanuma young hospital need say you fear. O show mask na so could do ja obesa bofi, but to be a Buano or 10 horn in the year Jumano. A whole hot area between a contract. And an year who knows say, who's all your health worker? A year now boy, see more underlying condition. Oh, ubi or cancer, a honey vaginato. Ubi HIV, a bit imaginato honum. Ubi or a kidney problem, a vaginato, or Muna young crofire, you ran a bomb or Muntimin survive it. Imagine, say, health worker now, I was all money protection.
To be or was such underlying conditions now?
Highly likely.
On survival.
Most of them, I mean, about 40 to 50% case fatality among more underlying conditions. We have Ghana data, first 28 deaths are public health director, Ebetujano. Almost close to over 90% are underlying conditions. Bebrena and your diabetes are not hypertension.
I'm saying a question. But the members, Bibusa say workload on a coffin cacra.
Yebeko so, but Mammy, we have worker 7. In America, say, Adebaco say, health worker be one man in your also the bone who burn ye. Nasa or Nankasa infected that or expose patients Nankasa or Honosu to a risk. And only Adebaco, you say. Sir, ufo yaren baby I drew now I was a large community spread now efron. The next place I was a man you call a hospital. Because one bomb who buy now feel or more a bad admit your money now mobile with different conditions no. Now health worker nankasa. Ebia or infected that not on also air spread it. Sa nipa ni bia. The chances will be very, very high to be out fear on your area.
Noted.
Into your best say about sa aspect we was here boy. And the second point is Minyaya anka health workers or more underlying conditions. I was say to me a boy maybe a show kakra, especially when you have large community spread. Ubi or maybe a nurse, a lab or a pharmacy, and I say be a paper form, but or asthmatic. A banner say an asthmatic person wouldn't share or kunenim. But what must say? Or kunenim. Or no son a bona won't survive it. Minimum one would, but any surprise say. Ebi omo mo afrim no na nyese omo ho ye denti say ebi no mo some underlying conditions are a complicated matter. Into the best of showing appreciation any say nyema omo hia no ye de be mo na ye betimi take decisions a ebe boa na obi wo yare bi hye ne ho a ye man chinchina anchin say onko ye jimo isolation center, but those people no ye be withdraw mo akọ areas a low risk na betimi abom ho by na afi de yenyina ho beto health workers asem de hu hia me pa enti ne bebia no e wo se adwuo mo ho because you lose o mo na so mo nyina ko quarantine a
obi o sa
e ko da hospital a obeba na obi ani
so obi underlying condition bi say yenyini fi na mo say am ye fit no ye fa mo
yenim say ye fit na fa yenko face okon say sanity ara kimi bo a wo ye so general so ko na so obe de akunto ko.
Back to my question. So far workload na first na emamunda na eswat because my penny say yeah the other centers abeke county more the cases here it is saying eswati in a sense sisia unse ya set up Tamale the last time Tamale for me no Tamale for public health reference lab or Tamale and more pon Tamale amumienu no case na my hodum bio Western region for also veterinary center for set your modie into Western for nyina omodie na my hodum bio Navrongo for very soon. Me and Sebe buy honum from next week. I almost akoto machine. I almost a set you up. Kofa noche. I almost set you up, but enya akadia bakum you bianca. Aye, anka make us so much as ye who put by Monday no. Kofa noche van casa besha say almost test. Inti enu senti no cases say free other place in the bebre honoma and ma said they are near ban. Inti see am I who kwaya my timi concentrate a lot on Ashanti region cases I tested. And this is here no ejuma no swati I said they can at least a lab hot down a swati kakra ye nyame kwa ye team ni nyina relaxation kakra ba ye timi e de ejuma kama and the boss say timi deliver results in real time.
first no backlog. You see, I backlog ni bio. Ya at least within a day or two, your boy who more dear say between release results. Now you hope say so bani buano so timid a gene expert machines nearby. I don't know, be used by all hospitals. I war different parts of the regions are a beboa na pressure no about down near to me amadiji cases in the Krakanga.
I see. Dr. Mike Osu, a virologist, Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research into Tropical Medicine, now a lecturer at Department of Medical Diagnostics, KNUST, or no, any Ekasa CCR, Ninuya, and so Dr. Parkway Sibedo, a divisional chairman, Ghana Medical Association, Ashanti. Now, Pa. Okay, I will be the ascending Mrs. here. Pesa cameras never picking.
Okay.
Na or say sad a dream. Need me be a wild brooch or any wife in your COVID-19 nibi. Woman no yeno. COVID-19 echo. Doctor for a new in Ruben as he say would just what Ubiko Konoma a man of COVID-19 echo.
I say Ken, way by a lot of people laying claims say or more war in drone nasifo and yet Madagascar nasifo. My response Debia is that say virus there are a lot of people unya and we say because I have experience with it. Ebi ho ye treat it say oni ne ho nye hye ombo wan to so ye nye hwe eno ano omo just resting isolation odidie omo ho no my scientist omo biema and most of our colleagues omunya no that's how ye hwe omo currently the draw be any ho no ma ye approve say a draw way and a vaccine way near the treaty condition no nti say menye bi na maba hospital ebia me bo what asokra pa ye hwa me chest me umanya chest infection me wo headache ye be treat me symptoms no na ye improve obi ho ani tonsils or onya sore throat na se for ye wo senior ye treat we no every day whilst boosting the panel immune system and ye treat nti say debia oka nkofo bebre afre no more medication or munimo bia or treatment ways debia meka KNUST ye wo center ho mo testi mampon ekwape mampon ewo centers a omo test those things no best suggest say mo de ko ho no mo and na omo attest debia omo lazy with the Food and Drugs Authority no omo lazy with them nti no while we be you can contact with but then no as I said answer to your question you need any specific way or say the whole world is racing towards getting a vaccine
19 no or no I say we nya bia or no in her own words
yes
we na or no ye no say no ne ho ato no won't mean ka say the or no ye na drew
Ken
chief
a draw no ye near or no believe say a drew na me media no say there are a lot of people entina ye kase nipa 5,000 and crofom believe no because near over this 6,000 nyina na ye do omogu hospitals and ka ye system no enkopi a lot of them e wo fie all ye ne say obedidi obenum nsuo arrested obedi balanced diet fruits vegetables ni na aduane bia odi building a immune system ne ho nyehye ombo wa onhia se ye be ma no eduro nti with the virus na kasa se ne ye ka no most people immune system more healthy and that's also to emphasize what Dr. Owusu was saying say once we strong immune system no strong no you may be able to clear the virus after the cycle no without taking any medication ti ebetumi abase sana etie obi oho onya cold or see or nom ginger or nom say benim say most of them no resolve it on their own usually oma ye mom treatment ye oma omo yare so severe that's the moderate to severe people like ye do omo bahan eno kra no or ye try a whole lot of things antibiotics, near the temperature be down as a for any specific thing. We still insist say wow so to say the Madagascar there or Moke and I'm glad say Ghana say subjecting to all the necessary tests for. I say HIV by Crawford or more draw or more say when you beginning say yes started say yes now a man Crawford careless because of force say a draw. And the Americans say as of now I can say there is no known treatment or vaccine for the COVID-19 virus.
Now, our was say, oh, ma, Crawford, I can say, I good deal say a day. Or just a senko be castle or bia, Kayam money be. Now, on funny drone treating the air, said, let drone treating and not home a year dear, near Jatum, and also.
Ken, may GD, may cite this example. I think it's one of the India, Pakistan subcontinent, or baby. Now, what they did, I think I read this last year. They realized that contractors no be brave or what. We analogy we are to say Ghana and Crawford routes 2-3 months. Na routes no, to no. A home now mo build the bridge. And China bridge no, a collapse even in the course of it. So they came out with this policy say, Semina menya contract se me bridge we are. Yeah, do Wejina Asi. And then say bridge be our waiter, maximum waiter, say it me tolerate. No ma drop it that weight no on the bridge. Say bu we okay, say bu ebe kunti or more can say or more being na do and yet ethical. Say obeyesa, but
ebi no so dwaye mu biasom. Say especially yeah wo hey. There be a for king but yeah draw me company phone fee. Me so me need the capacity to approve say draw na yeah.
Yes.
And I'm paying for so almost standards are almost be answer no. Ti say sad dia sa na can call for can say also we are now a Dr. Mike Moho. No mo dia ni bia yo. To omo dia ni yeah we are na fi what draw no. Watch the efficacy.
Yes, Ken.
And the potency.
Logically, no, sana kaose, but one say everything in science, no. To say oba Mike Hosea, they are guided by ethics, strict ethics, and the fact says sebi obi misbehaving, mean person may so word be obi na owo bi na we bufu annoying, but that doesn't mean say Mike bet me the virus no amano say your interest or no na edro bewea later nipa krona na say nabusia for bet me take on and now even the society or more regulate baby o school here no or mote say why even this it doesn't matter nipa no pressure or the mawa na say in some okika it doesn't matter they will hold him accountable because as a healthcare professional, as a scientist, no, you should be above some standard.
Okay.
You know, and yet logical, yes, almost yet all they did him, almost throw. just tell them say KNUST or ho, Mampong or ho, Omudu Honma, they will analyze all that together with Food and Drugs Authority, no more ISA. But say your best no ethically no, you're right.
Mama called Dr. Michael. Look. I was watching community and every be now will start now show fat. I didn't watch review. My last question, no, meaning it sounds silly, I admit, but said the air the abuse jokes are almost the air banner say, so be say chinchina will be say where I can say the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating. And Tinipano improve say will be se mo na mbeti mi de somebody nya sa na mo ye na nke yema inipa no enye bi na onom na eno beti mi aboa
we are say trust level no de dada o
enti wo kan be yemfi o
o say o mo wadru ye encourage o mo say the okano say Ghana ye wo traditional medicine and alternative units o mo herbal you know mo office of Ministry of Health
sure
o mo approve herbal drugs or would treat yare bebre wo Ghana.
Ya woman wo hoba ebi no nya registered anya hwe o. Eno ansa wo ho no ma na ono afrese o wa dru.
Na no obi ba me center hospital na to adu crown. Oba ya no num bi. Na catch him say Dr. Mike hwe ade we adwuma. Ono kasa num bi. Ono the post na say na me num bi. Na me hwehwem. I'm say oh na draw ya wachichira no de to out de brem ha say o pese me ye do so me hwehwe mu ma no na say ye nya adwuma sa ye Food and Drugs Authority wo num so we draw tro krata to so ma ye hu ne we draw nim na wo de chiche ni nyina we draw bi ho no ma ne nganwa ne say wonum kra na say ajewa e bia wo be wie no na wa hara wa say inti ne mo no bebre ho no ma anya simple sa I was so hwe nipa no ne e be ye woni widie mu na afi wo hwe sa aboa no kra betumi abɔ ne ho ban a say dia me nua aka no abi wo ho no ma wa anya hwe kra aboa na nkasa ebekɔ ni amoa no bebre obi kro nim so obi ye wo so possible ja na ono abekle na okoko nu bibi ka na nse bibi ni na ama na akɔ anase ono ne widie na clear
na nipa na ode ba na onum bi no e de be sunsanso no nya na obi e na onum ma wo hwe a later no
ono ade ba na ono anum na ade e no ka chem se me so menje na me num na me hwehwem na be boa me ba ne sa na ayede.
Okay, eti o point no we are na fi ya round up na deputy director Yaba.
I think my points ni so far on issues na ya can I think that is all in context. Me also point number 3 be whether it is time for schools, churches to open.
Yes, na ka be busa no. Na ka be me final take say person busa say baby ayedu no. No another debate or say young open schools, young open churches, young open nightclubs, young open Sadian. But now when you say oh trotro be bintina na ma farm.
No points na na.
Okay, let's zoom straight.
Was a key catch for there was a trotro there. I know
I catch for there trotro there.
King, I think it's a very good conversation. Government invite living with the virus and moving on with how to do. But I want to say and my agree say because living with the virus in tea yenja and yanko the two are not the same. Before virus never ban ni him say a bar I was saying in the tana him say better say endemic just only the better for a long time, but at what time point I was on in the tana untimi nchre enuti na ye nema ye see ye abroche be branko bi anim say virus no ye ne the better na inti yenja mu sa kebe kunipa more than numbers of who hono numbers who across the globe nyina ye modern bomb boy enti ene etimi aisa sa 31 na sebi omo free no anka ya take all the decisions amampani anye nemo ye nyina one hwe anka be 3 times that number mandatory quarantine border closure nema ni nyina wa ni nyina hand sanitizer has contributed to so low case fatality no and the people say quite best na be fa so still no you betime reduce the deaths at this time point there me obi anya adwen say yem biem no bi anko one evidence a kire yen say nema a stabilizing ye ni bi evidence ni nye say unhu said numbers no cause numbers no e be kosoro in fact 6,000 e be ko be 10,000 e be bro 10,000. But accumulated numbers no enye no but the quantum of new cases are eba and it show how fast virus is spreading. So new cases are eba no increase here also be careful. So new cases na eba no reduce one not just say oboni friend say do be friend say herd immunity. What's the virus
it's here there no from where you sit where are we?
You need data.
I don't need data.
The data near one enye enough.
Enye sufficient. I don't know what friend say microscope.
Oh say
I don't know what them say.
When enye microscope there when you find a PCR machine.
Sir?
And you test it.
Okay. And you know there be our figures are eba any baby start
here. Now eba no.
Are we going or are we coming? We
are doing well, but we have not yet gotten to a point am I confident say you bet me take any decision. I want say yes baby you're limited. Public health division for no more data e wo Ghana nyina almost 6,000 or 7,000 ye kekaku omo bibia e wo say timi say ebia asad now no nipa close to 2,000 no more recover no ahina ye nkwala wo. This is a question busam ahina ye less than 5 years, ahina ye 5 to 12 years, and ahina ye more than 60 years. Say you convinced say nkwala less than 5 years ehu etimi atomo omonya virus nti omo UK and you can see MBA school nkwala less than 5 years nkwa me no ni problem because your data so far you say akola bia wodi 9 years etimi free only any comorbidity akola 9 years nti mi ngena busa nkwala hin etimi are infected out of which are 9 years ni pa etimi free e bia na ye ka say na virus no enya hitting nkwala nti ko BSC asa nkwala ND kan ko school who the trouble beba And now if you say nkola work in kindergarten near there I hear betimi a mask betimi aka cha nkola 5 years say oko school a onko shema mask no obeyi teacher kra the man so on sha obeyi free ho into how well do we protect these vulnerable groups? Sorry, another area. Kasa anka youth no any penifo kakra na kwa sorry anka mini problem. But say Sunday school for so be kwa sorry. Oba Sunday school 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Omo nyina akọ na bia obi e de aba honom no so de aba. Who name the dynamism of the virus in these children? How will it be? Say nkwala 1000 enyina e bowa na so muntimi home at a go. How prepared are you? Into your recoveries, but recoveries no you need breakdown I bet and say Ghana has no and kola 0 to 5 years for no crown umwetimi the virus no sunkunim. Into if you say nkwalemu no we are safe. And now say for 60 years and above no virus no umwetimi recover. Oboni one your friend says serological test.
Now we ne day we here yintimi nyesa.
On say you 2 tests are here. First test ni a PCR test. I know detecting active case infections. And na here SCR. Second level of test ni this are RDT ni no. On say bi o te so bi ko yin sen test. O di she bi mo no say line akọ. And on your friend say rapid test. Rapid test ni timi here ni your friend say seroepidemiology and antibody. A trial ni wonye bi dida wa recover. Utimi year no in a huge population. Obetimi aye no 1 million within a week. Sa test no. Obetimi aye be 1 million within just 1 week. We be try we hu one na wenye bia wetimi recover. Na ma we hu a bigger picture of what is happening. Sisi a ko biem a bia na bebre na enyanya bi. Into biem na say especially nkwala ene ye papa no mpanifo no bebre na enya bia won hwe ya na owu no. Won hwe ya na akwakoye kese. Inti you bet me left. I mean, said I can, but for me, no scientific evidence so far are available on the website, no, and you're convincing enough.
You say you open up.
I feel you open up. You bet me numbers, no, I feel number never cost, but the quantum of the increase, and the transmissibility, and even testing availability. Last time I heard data, no, per day, your average testing here about 5,000 in the population of 31.
And out of the 5,000, no.
And yeah, enough.
Yeah, of the 5,000 active cases, now, a bit more free mobile on the average.
Well, on the average, you hear your website that you say you buy 4% for routine surveillance, 4 out of every 100, and contact tracing you buy 3%, 3 out of every 100. Sani yakikako, but this is based on 5,000 tests on the average per day. I was saying to me project say I was saying to me call buy 10, 15, or 20,000 tests with the test the be increase. Ebema yehu a bigger picture. Plus ye lisa seroepidemiology ka ho a na etimi ye 1 million test ABI we week and say 2 a. Ebema yehu say o afa the virus no ye nim say dey say spread there far until we should know what to do. Even say be lift up me hwe bibi friend say regional approach to lifting up. Me pese ya announcement say Ghana nyina putu prupe ye nyina ye nko ye adwuma. There be Accra situation is different. Me expect say Accra for no ombe pim people no so asane ansa na Kumasi Ashanti region apim asane we are easting for so be pim asane na afia kakra nti the way obe handle Accra no it should not be the same as the way obe handle Ashanti region nti coming ko anka yema every region bia enhwe omu ankasa data said the Ashanti region director for present situational report.
All right,
na yengina so
you can say country which say Italy, Spain oma ahete top is a decline. I'm your friend say reproductive number and when they calculated the transmission of the virus and reduce it to below 1. It's possible to say will be a country we are hit the apex now west side or between us afro.
Possible. It depends on how I run it through. We here normally no internet intercity approaches. Into enkase Spain omo hwe ebi a Spain no bronu way ahete asane.
All right.
We are now we so ahete asane na we so ahete asane before we run it through all the populations. Into how there Mestre say you're very careful. Na yamputu, especially in Kola.
Kola sama okay. Mamenko Dr. Park is so that pa bi hu say Benam Kroma bi hu say ma me phone bi. E mo fresh o machi na o mo she nose masks. Na nkoda no de o mo she bi. Ya be say mbusa say obi akoda ono de say yare ne bi nyana na mabusa mo sa ayi abatan no bebrebe especially nkoda nketo aya wo mo no akoda no hyenachi na maame ne de wabo mask na akoda no eno no obetimi a kirem kakra do
Ken wo hwa I say for we say in cry initially I no by a so in cry but now not only over Ghana ha in cry no say testy bebre senior or can see him ubi a when you na ubi onyebi is when omo yare na omo ba no monyebi and there's evidence hospital ha in cry bi anyabia e bi fimu and no share statistics na ma those below 10 years 9 years net way in cry to me enyabi and the same way protect hono akra no hyewachi na ode no nenam edwom ne nasefo yenim se enye efie bia na mami bia na papa bia na opia obetumi enye obi ahwe neba nkra no nya bi ombetumi enya bi and for now we nyina evolve nti yesra and before me rebefi enya akra bia so na obetumi de mask ahwe
akra 1 year ni ande no se ma me echi
ebe possible say omo badwoma bedi omo dwana ko omo nja nkra no ewo fie so obepe obi na wabehwe no ofie na because who expose akra no say onya bia wo at the time wo krom no wo for say what protect home with the face mask but udu fie where you mask no still ne oba no ene be interactive ubetumi enya bi intino nkra enya bi they are not immune and nkra be bro manya no da bia omo fie mu initial ne so omo underlying conditions where ye ebi so omo ni any underlying conditioner omanya bi and then on my take on schools ne churches no best start with
obenya take on the schools but ebi so say wearing of masks no so no ewo ne other negative effects ayenya ohwe menim how true this can be really other I say mask wearing N95 masks man wearing N95 mask passes out while driving car crashing into post and home to said they 2 boys dropped dead in China while wearing mask during gym class. New York Post and IBT. Jogger runs couple of miles while wearing mask, ends up with burst lungs. This is what wearing a mask can do to the body, and it tells us so many things. 18% busa mask no so no no see your problem one.
I say most of these scenarios na society almost share mask exercises so share and also we share mask no for a long time won't mean share mask way the surgical mask especially the N95 all those ones no usha you don't get in the necessary na uhiano Osha and you're comfortable until most of these masks. So when you feed the right source, on the say you can't wear it for more than maybe 6 hours or 8 hours or 12 hours. After which time, no, it's so changing.
Maybe I was Dr. Mike. Emergency as I attended to no. Doc, mame and Nasi na take a can say lead. We the kind and be an abibi or person or the twice on
Medda workers nyina se KCCR Jumai for health workers now mobile body to help with this. Na yakoso asre yempani for say nyakopo momo nyansa eni nimdie eni akomapa no motimi dia boy nyina na decision bi ombeteki bi ano etima decision e be boy yes stress nyakopo ankasa mboa na omboy ho ban ye nyina health workers e juma nyina se de be ya de bia na ebenya ho odin se de ekobai na yenso etimi aboa Ghana man na because ni nyina yentimi bomodi ni enso miye yentimi fa mboa
next week ya brantam nyame sha
okay bye
okay
yes
yes
back to nyeka no mask no o sha enye comfortable and say nyeka no we are not in normal times na mask we me shana me ye procedure the longest mask was for 12 straight hours near yes surgical procedures ye gina na say so for 12 hours but no plan halfway between the after 6 hours no we took a break and I know what change the moment you gloves you gown no automatically you mask because it's very comfortable to wear it for that way the same thing wo share mask na unya enough oxygen say omaye say ebe CV the good ones no ebe CV even viruses na more protection until you are not getting in enough oxygen ebe boa no ye exercise so a wo demand energy demand expenditure no high wo oxygen demand no high but mask no ma wo quite to get in that enough oxygen. Secondly, who breathe fast, who humibia na who produce carbon dioxide and the back out. You end up taking some of these carbon dioxide no ewo ubodinum. Into no because unya in enough oxygen, ube pass it out to say scenarios na okay no. Near see will be lungs baste. Your friend in pneumothorax is like lung no sealed, but pressure bit me abem ebi ohon ma no ma bebre to me see a ho bebo to kro tina inframa no instead say be lang do kwa no na APF be betumi aba ebi how don scan skin no kra na say unam abo so no possible nti no I will not advise say ubeshe mask no over a prolonged period udu fear yi ube change and ube wash whatever it is o share mask na yemfa nkobo football o share mask na yemfa nko jogging o share mask na yemfa nko gym o share mask na yemfa nye yoga if you say unya enough oxygen na uhia at that time no say o body no ebeye ejuma and enuntina menye surprise say these figures no
okay Afi, is it time for the president to open the system, borders, airports, schools, funerals, nightclubs? ABC, this is the time. ABC, no.
Mike,
from where you sit.
Yes. Mike, sorry, Ken. The situation here, you know, one, we are not testing enough. And most of these figures, as here, surveillance, have we tested enough? So far, I tested by 160 something or 170, less than 200,000 out of a population of 30 million. Who be these MBA churches, schools, for and Mike are explaining all those things here. Here's a call. Question that maybe some me say 2 months I am call. Sorry, no, you yet. I know, say, or ma a suffer for no be friend or more be argue say sesame casani as for. But you see, one quite sorry 2 months, 3 months but the snake na se for no Rebecca say about the economy. But then no ubia or more mufi other places no no. Are we ready say yebe quarantine or more? Say China so share they are baby a virus no fever and crano. They are now having issues. Just yesterday, the US of all people complaining to the Chinese say China is not even allowing planes fly from US say like they used to do no. And Trump is now also saying say those airlines no and complaining say China Emma Nkrofomba. Baby a virus no fee crano now or restrict it Nkrofo from other places that they feel say Nkrofo bebre no from coming into their country. Ube do honoma you quarantine, they'll quarantine you is false for about 2 weeks and you pay for the hotel, your time you be in quarantine. Are we as a country ready to do that? Are we say CABA airports na flight ebem daily ni edim nipa ebaha you enough facility say ebema omunyina ye ba ye nkasa omun quarantine and mind you okase nipa na nkasa nkofie na onko quarantine the ho a onye bebre wo hon mo or the beninam krom na se for we don't think say this is the time for us to open those borders. Oba churches no so a ombeka say social distancing or mobile observing way is the same excuse near the man for lifting the lockdown in Ashanti we say microphone practice social distance or much mask. Idealistic in an ideal world no who expect to say but today my year starting here you see over generations let's share the grace, let's share the love no way maybe na regional chief imam metie ne conversation na mo having or say even in the mosque no they were encouraging themselves to be together and yes sir obun sambe ra omun metie no way no so that's how we've been.
But it's about kaka ho say but say dear
omu yes sir
yes sir
you know a bit take time for people to adapt until with all this in mind.
And funerals
the same thing. There be a befa mortuary or a honmo. Crofo befa body no crowd hospital now. Who expect to say observe all the protocols no. Ube hundi pabe 30-40. Omo befa one body when you are not even supposed to more private burial no cry. You're not supposed to have 15 or more than 25 people. But beba no mugu have go to most of the places. What Abia or officer before so Ubiabe obey so we say but on the ground no that is not what happen. So we believe say yes difficult for people Krofo say oh yeah ye kesiye yes Ghanaian idea of befitting funeral ni ya no huge now Krofo ba cars bebre. This is not the time for all that. Schools, this is not the time, and now no most of the schools no finding ways. We check KNUST, even medical school. Now they are having their lectures online. I hear say exam crano, they are doing it online or they will do it online. So that's the innovative ways schools, universities all over the world no find it for. You can stay at home and do most of these things until any time for us to reopen. But there be a kaka who say we will give the necessary advice. And we hope, say, the powers that be, will take it. And you see, mortality can, or more move, and course, because they say, actively near whom, say, we will be near Chiomo, Eddie, or Mabanti, reduce numbers no more, but you two gums, say, now.
Yes. Simply speaking, no.
Yes.
Also to say,
I don't think today is the time.
Not the time. Okay.
Yes, in some way, I don't think today is the
answer
time.
now, best story, your parting word.
Yes. Ken, Meda Vodafone for us once more, and just Ghana Medical Association, yeah, donation be from Vodafone. Me present Monday to the emergency unit of Konfanoche. Me start another drive. Me pay. PPs niska kakra aim say ye benya kakra donate ma Agogo hospital omoya they get a lot of patients na sifonti EPC support. On this note made one of my friends or Nanaya Nyama on or First Atlantic. We don't know Kasa no say okay the bank almost kakra be 1,500 Tuesday or the Bebabe donated to us. But you saw platform no say yes we are doing our best as doctors, as nurses, no you be here individuals. You obia ne wo sika millions and several thousands or the COVID fund no. Tiken, why don't say ABR on our behalf as Ghana Medical Association on solicit for small between 1 city, 2 cities, 5 cities.
It will be answer.
I think may appeal to you say from now no.
Mobeya
na kakra omo no ye be take near the ma hospitals no na omo in the coming week I will go for Mark Friday Bena Ghana Medical Association be donate. I promise you say in the coming week no you better kakra e betum na ye their brand asking economists also obili di we na ye more for the other hospitals. You better ye health workers for us with all the stress. Now most of us do 12 hours. Ye mpesi be man for beba be gumu be brain to about 8 or pon and 8. Even 8 no creator that who be fi na 10 because we are say we hand over nena se for nyamu ye nyina no nyame enhramu. But then no you move be no more still they are behaving like normal times on share mask on share gloves on share crofwa so more supervise and making sure so more mobile hospital now no more ward no ebenya ebe follow this way no munya the stress and crofonia so munya adwen sakra. And then yes health or hospitals no so say one no matter what they say about cloth mask, there is no documentation say safe for the health facilities. The lists between here ama omo hospital staff. These are human beings sacrificing a lot. Nti ema ye fasika say sika no ho anasi ato ya brenti munyisu cloth mask. This is not the time. Yes, research facilities no say we don't want to foment problem beyond but then or insist on force workers no muka say omunye adwuma ye nya right mask na omunye adwuma yes research facilities no say omu enter the right things no ema wonya sa now otia facility bi nipa ya close unit because omu ho nyina kwa quarantine e koso a e be demoralize the health personnel. Yes, Doc,
Dr. Pa Kwesi Beidu, or no, and Oye President, I can say Divisional Chairman, Ashanti Medical Association, or Dr. Michael Osu, and Yeti Omonkano, and lawyer Anthony Boaten, or Deputy Director General, Ghana Education Service, or Betanasi, in charge of management services, or Betanasi, I'm a yedim komo about COVID-19 and education, but man for text messages kakra honum. Samuel Brian Boabeng watro boldly was a king. I have a cure for this Chinese virus. Sami, report yourself to Mampong and I say KCCR. Champon Watunsu, COVID will go down very soon. Let's continue to abide by the safety protocols. Masaudu Bantama, we should still follow the safety protocols. OPK trophy goes, so the new register will be done. He's talking about new register. Okay. Lampard Waman from God Save Us from Corona. Hail Selassie will have gone, so Nanado is managing the COVID well. Abu Ajeda Costa, Akoko Amon, Corona will go in Jesus' name. Abefe Bonali Listuel. As usual, I'm watching from Antoine Desna. The number of people who have been affected by this COVID-19 is increasing, but I'm urging each and everyone to follow the safety protocols. Ofori, Miss Pam, please, this virus is still spreading, including the health workers, and how we are rationed to lift the ban on social gathering. The president should think twice. The president has not said anything for now, so let's watch what we say. Fuseni Salifu Kaswa Zongo, COVID-19 will go, but make sure you don't go before the 19 goes. Oyibo Boatin will be. Thank God government debunked allegations of reopening schools. Those criticizing government about this decision have been proved wrong. God bless Nanado. Say Galazi Wamian Kwanta, it is better to make school than dig graves for school children. Let the schools continue to be closed down until it's safer for our children to go back to school. School is not a necessity, but okay. Mad Lion, I've read him. I think Dr. Parkwisi is right. No school should be opened yet. Okay. We are going to talk COVID and schools. Okay, all right. Okay, other issues about Lawyer Raphael Kwame Japan. You are a brother of ours. Brother ne akompreko o akra o ma me nana mfudwa Brago, Queen Mother of Dia and Quanta, we so happy birthday. Now, Honorable Denchem Suaha, more or less deputizing for regional minister, is answer, or Dean of MMDCs, Ghana and Ashanti. And he said, Metropolitan Municipal and District Assemblies, AC, Romano. Made in the bidding common, but before then, as a 7-minute lawyer, Anthony Boatin, a dinkomo. Lawyer, Akwaba.
Yeah,
now what to say?
Uncle Ponda Roman, mon pie boy,
with a Maubu fool. Oh, why dear shall we? And yet, dear, all dear mice, Nibia, and a show anyway.
Oh, David.
Sir, away there.
Oh, where's your face marks in Bia?
Now, dear, but you're not normal, dear, see it, dear. If you hear this, because Omoka Aquahayo. Order to was the menu will be Timavene, a deputy director. Chief, Anopedia, that's so also about joining your hand. Education. Say COVID-19 by say, Enna, Esi, Ahamu, Ana Abwa. Moafa, those of you in the education, obet me, Pajodi, let me.
Yo, mini amidasi, Namima Asante Man, you know, so achi. The Dika and Asana Becas are Mammy news opportunity, and I'm Minister of Education, Dr. Machibuku Prempe. Happy birthday, and then birthday to me, Mammy Minister. Happy birthday. Many a day. A woman in an say, I'm say COVID-19 by Obi Obakase, Emfa, who check a crab my and na Abia non can. I want rubber a buy in so no, and yet school, baby, baby, I can't read the school so count. Said the world him no, at to school, said the president director, you know. Ain't he acquire a watcher and Ukraine and president, I can't say. Into school, no, or some my aim, and maybe see any. Or can see and make it sure, say, Uncle Ano bit me a better quite be some kind of bit me, see, dear brow movie. And so, if I cry, you go so, Nimum said, dear, well, no, and to say, it's a classroom, yeah, Chiradi and Uncle Ano, see, dear. And the Ahotra, dear, the Biaba.
Now, what's the swabber? Yes, I watch my penny or cool to my penny. My swimming cool to know. Or said that necessity is the mother of inventions. In Tia Deabe and Asa, which we see in Susano. How has it challenged you in the education sector? Your minia, the mechanic say, Sir, I want to say, Yadiwi, a tree and Yama Bebre, a Ukraine, Nana mechanic baby said, Bruni, because it has been a blessing in disguise. Amia Hunu say, Ye nema na ye no bebre o ho a ese ye yere ye ho ne ye bebre chen de ye ne sese no enti addition de ye sua nema bebre no krani ekwa use kane no ye ho nyina computer ye ka ho asem da bia e ho hia se kire nkwara na se de computer de computer kira de but me yem se ye nyina no bia adwena maso se ade no e ho be hia. And then it's a said this abri at him. Intinema dear, Yahoo, a face of Cosco be brave more. Sabi or nim a hundi once and semno. I'm say, near and fan study and not as a fano. Intiama, yes, you never be brave. Or classroom, nipa do or classroom. And Nina, get it say COVID-19, yes, young baby pa. Yankopon de chain na say okon ye timidi ne so nkonim wie ne esa back to your normal life ye giri se ne bebre o ha ebesisa afi the woman say e bi busa say yembie school na say ma yembie school no e be bia yembie ni say na ye system ya you woman ye bi ni na can we survive no me asamwa a Abon thing pa GS for say e na wa na say I Deputy Director General. Yes. And our boss no Professor Pugwa. Yes. Okay. Right. And say na school bi no nim bi no mo fa no e wo ho no mini amedase de omo ni say utie apomdin adwumayefo ne ompanimfo a de omu ni say anase de yesua ne say COVID-19 no enya de a waba okro waba oni ye betra COVID-19 no ni hu a wanhwe yi a onyawa obehawo enti no ena no nti enso nkase enunti yenya school ko ana yentu school daimu kra yentimi so nyene sa efisese nkwara no so esua de enti eden ana esese yeye se ekoba se ye bie school a eden na ese yeye a ye betimi bie school ama school no ayadwuma na at the same time no so no
yɛbɛbɔ nkwalaa no ne adwumayɛfoɔ no nyinaa nso ɛho ban enti yɛn yɛ yɛwɔ education no deɛ mɛka ne sɛ yɛn yɛwɔ adwene bi yɛwɔ yɛadwene yɛwɔ yɛn susuyɛ nanso yɛnyini sɛ nyansa no nyinaa wɔ yɛn nko a yɛtirim enti so ahwɛ anansan so ate a yɛde krataa bi ba abɔnten a yɛsrɛsrɛ ɔmo a yɛnom yɛ adwuma no sɛ obiara mfa n'adwene nkyerɛ mmra sɛ ɛkɔba sɛ yɛbie school a ɛdɛn ne dɛn na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ɛdɛn ne dɛn na obiara pɛ sɛ ohu sɛ de bɛyɛ a school no mu no ɛfisɛ school no a yɛrekɔ no deɛ di kan ɛsɛ sɛ nkwalaa no a ɛrekɔ school hɔ no adwumayɛfoɔ wɔ school hɔ no ɛsɛ yɛtim bɔ obiara ho ban awofo no ofie no
a school a bɛbɛ sɛ wokyerɛ mu your definition of school ɛno yɛ deɛ hɛn
from KG to senior high school
simple
ɛhɔ na me yɛ hɔ adwuma
okay
from KG to senior high school ɛsɛ sɛ nkwalaa no ɛrekɔ school no ɛne adwumayɛfoɔ no ɛwɔ school no ɛsɛ obiara yɛtim bɔ obiara ho ban awofo no a wɔfie no a ɔde ne ba ɛrekɔ school no ɛsɛ ɔwɔ abotaeɛ mu sɛ me ba no a ɔrekɔ no ɔbɛsan ba fie anaasɛ ɔbɛsan mɛsan hu no a ne ho yɛ na wahoɔden na apɔmuden enti ɛsɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛka yɛadwene bom na yɛhunu sɛ ɛdɛn ne dɛn na sɛ ɛkɔba sɛ yɛbie school a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛde to akwan mu ne yɛyɛ sɛde bɛyɛ a saa anisuadeɛ ho a yɛn nyinaa yɛpɛ sɛ yɛhunu no yɛn nsa bɛtumi aka yɛn a yɛwɔ education no ɛnyɛ yɛn ɛna yɛbɛka sɛ yɛbie school nnɛ anaasɛ wɔkyena sɛ wahwɛ a ɛmi sɛ president ne yɛkasa the last time ne yɛkasaeɛ no ɔka sɛ restrictions a wɔde aba no wɔtwe kɔ 31st of May de duru hɔ a ɛbɛhu deɛ ɔbɛyɛ
ɛyɛ ɛkyena no a wɔtwe
nti yɛn no education foɔ no yɛn deɛ yɛrebaeɛ ne sɛ yoo yɛate abusuafoɔ adɔfoɔ mo a yɛne mo yɛ adwuma sɛ ɛkɔba sɛ 31st May president direct say yɛmie school a ɛdɛn ne dɛn ana ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ɛdɛn na wobɛsɛ mu hu sɛ de bɛyɛ a adeɛ a wɔyɛ ni so sɛ akwadaa biara adwumani biara yɛbɔ no ho ban anaasɛ obiara wobɛwɔ abotaeɛ yam sɛ akwadaa yɛ ɛkɔ yi ɔmmɛsan ba school ɔmmɛsan ba fie asomdwie mu no ɛdɛn na ɛsɛ yɛyɛ enti yɛde nkrataa kɔma yɛ wɔn a yɛ na wɔyɛ adwuma ɛne wɔn a wɔwɔ nkyɛnkyɛn ne obiara wɔwɔ mɛfa ne sɛ buroni bɛka sɛ stakeholders ne sɛ obiara fa n'adwene mmra deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ yɛnya adwenkyerɛ ne bebree yɛn nso yɛwɔ yɛn nso yɛadwenkyerɛ yɛkeka no nyinaa bobom na yɛahwɛ sɛ ɛkɔba sɛ president direct sɛ yɛmmie school a yɛn nso na ankɔdeɛ
okay mahu sɛ wodeɛ wo no tactically what do you mean kwan bi so my menso me fa me kwan so various teacher associations the various proposals aba ebi kura say omo dey na say they are resistant they've said they will resist the reopening of schools or much say no maybe say nkoda omo susua telling them to social distance very difficult, telling them to wear nose mask almost impossible, and could that say your classrooms and yet that spacious say you beat me up practicing proper social distance. What is our normal way in here? Uncle Tony, say no feeling.
Metia yana hami. The yana hami ni say the medical kind COVID no nya dia waba oko. Enti ni sana argument ni tie dia na je say school ya wie. Obi a
na said your omo kan so sabe etwaso
minia etwaso nti ne yese ye nyina ye ntrase eden ene den na esese ye ebetumi ama school no abie if it's a problem there
okay yen restrict here who today omo kan say enkoda preschool for hwe said your omo city here say na sankra na obeti obe contain your mafa
minia
eno your test case study for wow when
unti me know ya adwene until I make us say me you careful in not to bring me views out now if you say what the views by say yes or say near be no but yen nyina it says abre wo mi ye to adwene ye kyerɛkyerɛ adwene aye nyina e be dia tum se ne pese ye no se me ka se me chiro say me say ni me be ka say asema say ne be ye no and no ba ko ye ho but differently there should be a way out.
The way out, I think, is say until say you benya vaccine and now say you benya drew no. We can't go back to the normal ways of doing things.
We cannot go back to the way we're doing things before COVID-19. I agree with you. But we have to find innovative ways of dealing with the problem. And for example, proposals Abon, Obikra say, Adena, because of social distancing, your school classrooms in Kuala Dawson, into spread it out. Into be say a bit more spread it out. I didn't name your school in phases. For example, Yama Fana year for Enko. Fana year for no qua. And I'm so among quarantine, but must spread it out because classrooms need be vacant. To bit must spread it out. I maintain social distancing. Omokwa, and Yama obey Veronica buckets, washing hands in the day, and Yama obey no, and you come more opportunity. I'm out there who say a bit my juma, entimin juma into a china or monoso cock. Now, Omar cannot so bad. No one we say no, a say, we say, yes, say. That those are when in I for adventure or mochre. And Nina, a baby, no, ye bought it what I dreaming in a we are. Ye cunning in a boom, Nafi, a bon upon ye who say, ye say a beboa, ye say a beboa. So be a casse, ye need to say, problem no ha, and yes, problem so fierce and for expressing a real, a genuine, a legitimate. Oh, now so question is say, a den see a ye, and a den ye bet my ya, ye bet me among Kolano Ako school. Ain't it I agent to the yes, and say, Obi or what Junichi Biano on Famra.
Okay,
Yan Canina,
lawyer Tony Boating. Me, and as he say, Meji Adjunct Tuano. And to not as deputy director. As lawyer Tony Boatin, former whatever my dear way, Konongo Dumaseda.
I see.
Yes. Dear Bay, what is your input? May you dear not as a GS deputy director?
Me challenge me want to say.
We be.
Me challenge me want to say. The mechanism say be a deputy director general.
David, me say.
The old dear, my told dear, say, but people out there know. I said deputy director general say. On
this platform, lawyer wouldn't need input.
Me what input and you find out.
Toward the end, I'm a person with Tino.
And I'm saying,
and I say, you're from what they be. And you say, Mr. Boating, my was also know what input about how we can, reopen school a day and anchor. And I make us say, almost say, me inputs, and say, me position in tea. We are very reluctant at this moment. If you say Miko Cape, because Uncle Anthony Boati was a deputy director general. My service, you, Otuaba, and my service, what's the wadune? And Tino, it is a Sebi, Yamia Bow, and yet through a Yamina Bow, now, or rise to a year. And not just a yet I have been own tribi.
Oh, when you meet them privately. Mini problem, but when you're a private platform, we are very public, very big platform. Yeah, because a deputy director general.
Okay, yeah, you say you mean schools. You have to me eternally. Then I see a school, but said you say your house and deficits. I will crew him when I saw my women. You mean the yeah, sorry. Now you know them. I just see a start if you baby. Say amount for so said okay, maybe input no with the amount. Say make us a woman say you be go school there, but we should tarry a bit. You entry a boss kakra. Nebia you say at this point say nipa kra when you really be a dra obetimi anomni anasa ye vaccine bi wo nipa no owa e be preventing from sad we say yen try kopem say benya bi then we revert to the normal times na me ka sa na kire wa etosumu
minia etosumu pa but the person me de ka ho nyina ne say decision say ye mie school and me mie school no is a privilege and of the president, of His Excellency the President.
His prerogative.
It's the prerogative of His Excellency the President.
When the young commander here to change, you're not sending a member.
Until you know, you meet CCI. Now President Basse Ochina, me pese education for, me pese school for because school. so ɛhɔ na yɛn no yɛadwene sɛ yo ɛne yɛdeɛ ne ɛsɛ yɛn but sɛ ansa na yɛbɛnya duru ansa na yɛbie school ansa na sɛ yɛmie school wɔkyena ɛne deɛ yɛnyama president no decide megye di sɛ nipa etunufo no ɔno amu no nneɛma a ɔhwɛ ansa na ɔtake decision no means ɔbɛhwɛ ne nyinaa ansa na ɔma saa directive no ɔde saa directive no ba nti na yɛyɛ mpɛ sɛ yɛbɛtwɛn sɛ president sɛ mie school afɛ ne yɛdi mmirika ne yɛne yɛbɛyɛ dɛn nti na yɛhyɛ ase a yɛtoato adwene no sɛ bɛyɛ akɔba sɛ ɔka sɛ yɛmie school a saa bɛ ne yɛaboa yɛn ho a yɛayɛ ready sɛ biribi
Lawyer Tony Boateng, your Deputy Director, Ghana Education Service, in charge of services, yes, management and services. So on the end of the casa, but lawyer, say, but to say, if you don't pray, casa, send yes, if you don't so say, your challenges in tea, ma in school teacher for na any abanshe, necessary market ya, or when you're Juma, Yama or Mofa. Say, what is as teacher? Say now, Ojune.
O margin, ye me say, as I said, you're too bossy. As I say, you're too bossy. If you said, you mean who is a dedicano, and your teacher for a pen on the Akotran fee. You know, I am said, the Abon on your back for and watching, you know, watching. The American say at management level, start discussing we, and yeah, you cry, and ma apple cry. But there will be all Casabia, the mechanics will be in your bottle. Na yen hwese de trend no besi yakọ.
Private school teachers, how do you feel for them?
Very sympathetic. I'm worried. I'm concerned about them. So omnyina Ghana for omnyina we do education. Ha dwene pa so many when then.
Almost think enka yen mo dwene mo say.
Oh, say and what they mean is more higher the beboa private schools are. Me get this and can answer because so almost provide service. Our service and so here Emma or mine. It is a more high said it now saying present companies and businesses are watching on my no boy. Yes, a boy more. I'm just an equance one. Say and what so I didn't know honey between a boy. I don't have any problem with that.
Now what didn't you?
Oh, say me baby, I may say the minty minchre. Some or mine or one days a boy one is into more. Maybe I may say minty minchre.
Okay, Lawyer Tony Boateng, many didn't call, but Ghana Hagina on the Dean of MDCs into also so a animal.
Me try lawyer friendly fire back.
Allowed.
Was there until more de my native.
What nickname did they say?
One abebo. Name. Chimo or the my native phone is a omone stakeholders at what to adre, bribe Besanku school. So send me see regional minister nine. And I just no worker.
Oh, men I'm say who deputize for him. Say baby our but who in your capacity.
Lawyer son lawyer will soon it into my mania a year. Ekobase, all right.
Brayoko school, the American can say a president
and a bed decided. Bebasi Kosua in share bank and a DB Guaquem. The mamma made the friendly fire and they say, Unse Abekrumunsa. Na Mintia say no Mitia on Treme. Mintia say they say Ministry of Education or more a share education policy. Eso. Na so ba for moi bisi ye nkuma no so aban ketwa so no assembly no na schools no dia se meeting won kan kire me I don't know say sa stakeholder
it's who point up so making
me busa say sa stakeholder
start say wo koso a
me nkoso
and dey be who say
na me busa ntina me this is
you're right and now you're wrong
ntina me this is say sa stakeholder
no mamenye honorable Joe Wise kakra wa ha me man answer sa
question. Oh man answer
enti who asem kra wo question
because from where I sit you need any communication be answer say assembly so on fire susu emra and na ma me twe abesi o say me man friendly fire
all right
me yes I mean comment let it now because they back out so it was to omo me fan say me from frontliners teacher for education adwumayefo awofoɔ because the idea was that kaya preposition be from within.
Lawyer, I mean, no, but could there be more of frontliners than assembly?
Okay. And a preposition from within the GES. Your position. Nafe, ya flow to ama, because apart from your NGOs, your civil society organizations, your development partners, your assemblies, our part to play. And the your original strategy was that within the service, for management, staff, students. In fact, we have received several proposals from students. Can you enable more? GS proposal na flow to ama others to also look at, and because this is assembly, for example, very, very crucial, very, very important, because we recognize that at the district level, at the local level, they are very significant. And in even if you are and the man and there's my bishop or more proposals never be and we would definitely engage.
But the say
we would definitely engage.
The restrictions, and I say, at least, say, be Kosokrana by 31st year, Besania Casa. I'm here who say, ye twaso, and I say, ye system, ye twaso, and I system. Yeah, twice and I is the same way of politics and politicians. It's the same, at this point, no man you're late for amount for stakeholders, students, teachers, one. They be back and son of Modi to assembly for him.
There be any late grab.
6 days.
There be any president baby back say empo. So kasi mi school. Kasi mi school 1st June. Minyi nisa. Say president grab no kasi mi school. Kasi mi school 1st June. Minyi ni. A GD say impo so ba no kasi a CBA school, there will be some roadmap. And there will be some roadmap. So within that roadmap, no, a GD say the appropriate consultations will be done or would have been done.
Okay, Dean.
Mira,
she say mummy no na mo when they say what deputize for
lawyer and
I was answer so no co-host enti busa question
mama ninche mo no tina make say a friendly fire, but I think say in all humility no ye ne o modwuma no ne so a eso no I think say nkomodie no ba ntema nke boa, but senior or say or Moshe Muno, no more ye we na we ansana or my by ho, because at the assembly local authority level, no, yes, so ye key strategic partners, no, assembly no, it to me, Emma Shale or mo, Emma ye boa school, she share no be breed, ni bini na nanom, faith based organizations, see, need a kicker who nuna. It didn't say on a broader national interest, no. Said the commodity in our man can common. Say, yeah, common social, say maybe even in parallel stream with GS and Casafi, 50 first before Bontina. We go free if you na GS na Boboye Babontina. Abontina will be drew no over to very key strategic big stakeholder. It is a buy and a beer yen Koboma, mean Susu Modi no Menkas or Mafum. But I think Zenka would have brought all the ideas, you know. Ewo nimu say or Monsusu number metro assembly in and nominate other stakeholders. And now I
point noted. Lawyer, what when the point of person?
But when you point very well, but the Mr. I'm trying to say.
But the only be someone who was your first part.
My point clearly, very, very well. A beer, yen thinking now, cause you're not thinking, because yes, see, a be being cry. Now, because all the assembly, now quite force backwards, forward, backwards. Nina, I said, okay, you're not, but your proposal, for example, a more typical example. One of the fundamental issues I here consider, how do you even map up the schools to specific health facilities? So, Abraham Kolanuko school, the Akobase problem be bus school. where do you go? Because problem is what afijase ya. Nothing na friend national office. So within afijase no. The problem best school be more. What do? You definitely would need certain structures.
Normal, more factor.
Abon preko
and contem.
Minia, unze tiu oko obi papa ko srade. Na wadwene si upi ana oko obi hone na ko din ko makosre mmoa na wadwene si upi mmoa wo hia. Unze be yedin nipa ko na oko sre no ho mmoa no.
You consider the assembly as mama menom ne papa no.
No, you consider them as partners. As partners.
Anyway, me pacho uba you can say mahau.
Oh, Debbie.
Sampine.
So
me say the deputy director me how. Na man careful. He will deal with me.
Oh, me who is that?
Mo nga se me na me ha no because me co-host.
Or say me had the deputy director.
And I was catch some so nga se me so me had deputy director.
Deputy director. Say no. A normal modi egu akwemu no. Sene ye bi school anase se kwasi ada o mampani ka se ye nje bi school hyehyɛ amodi agu akwemu no ka ho se a teacher for na school for nyina no ye be test wo mo ansa na o maku school anase se because obi a wo free fee ba and a doctor for ba ye o mo kan ye te obi o wa sabi wonya bi ba won show obetimi aba na obi a wonya bi o de abaye no and obi obefia aba obefa bi teacher ni obi betimi da be teacher ni betimi da be obi ye wo plans bi wo se se Ghana Education Service se mo hwe se ye mre school a sa no ma we nyina no ye ansana yakọ anase se are they
Minia, I mean, say in all this, we've been engaging the health authorities. Discussion we are, in fact, yesterday.
Yeah,
see, I agree. Yesterday or even the day before yesterday, we were with the health authorities and the so whether to test or not to test is purely a health decision. You need health authorities in aiding come on. Be deciding whether we need to test everybody, whether they have to do sample testing, whether they have to test everybody, whether there's a need even for the test. The health authorities will make that decision.
But we say lawyer say my need someone can make us a sad decision with it. Say a common sense decision than health decision. Say health for nurse or more say as a sad idea say be
meaning you need omusia you need health authorities in the chair kakra mi hunu ye ni say you test with ne now you're negative crowd now with my positive. You test with ne now you're negative or chana with my positive. Enti so you know me say me adema come say so ka say we use testing na pa every day we test we are every day. Enti na make say and only purely for them to decide what strategy to adopt when it comes to the testing. If we say you know me say no obi kura di adwene bi by say if union for ba ko dey bisa say what is your test we are positive now recover now you can still be infected later.
Sure.
I'm omuji to say no correct. Into the facts what I say akwala ne no does not mean say akwala ne negative net he will be negative throughout the period. Into the say those are strategies that we will work with the health authorities to deal with.
All right, Dean.
Mira,
Afiyan Kasai.
Yo, Beje Brenna Macha, what Tifuina.
A tear for you.
And Mira Cassia also mentioned and Pabwa half.
Say, Yari, and no, a sonche, mo voter register, Bibiana, Moka once.
Is in order.
You need a Pumudia, and I Yari Tata, Entino, so far, assemblies no. Most say na more position mo hoafa ewo edwa hodo so because as a dean we sure say assembly bia no anye hwe kra no wonnim de ekoso kakra enti de na mo aye edwa so school mu akaso akamu ene de keka ho mo hwa hyehyɛ ya aban de atodwa no mo hwɛ ama ye di so ade na mo ye last week Saturday ye betra ha na regional minister by no say say ye ntwen mankrofo mbumra so by heart they said it no wa hye assemblies na horo na ya tompraye ne nsofini mpinkas ama wo mo ti se wo tiraka mu na wa di ensise no so a ye chi wa ampa ye pon me se me number kwa run about me go say UTV for age na ho na omo na me se dey na ekoso go say nkrofo bi di kura praye na wo mo pra omo utikumasi amehu bi se obi a on she face mask wa ko traka mu meter na se passenger wo pra na o se ye chiwo so na se bi as a gata bi na ben ho na munya e be mo atimia various assemblies e dey na mo so mo ye to enforce or to ensure some for what is right.
Yo me da se bi me chair wa de share nyina ne menuanom MMDC se wa sentimentemo me chair me ma Elizabeth so eye mira regional minister na be de akire se de wo kano last week na meeting me boss.
Yes, Mr. Prince Chireme, who is senior veterinary officer in Kranza, Bono East region. And then you are Samson Kwame Nyameche, the sponsors goodwill message. Mr. Prince Chireme, senior veterinary officer in Kranza, Bono East region. Happy birthday. You have it was opening.
Yo, enti mechiane Savia said the Amira Bekan and our tree chairman. A drew any bresso. Sentinels of Mampany wa ka no washe. No aye ni nyina de amaye se usua bible to say the minim bible mu na okomeka ngoma etrinsi anyimu wotwe na o se waka de ye nyina kire wo nipa ba de aka wo hwehwe afiri ho ane abo konkroneten pepeye tinene nti wo hwe mu amampanyini de obeye man Ghana no aye enye nwanwa se ngoma akese akukudam wo wiase te say New York Times and Washington Post to kase amaya akese a omo se omo na omodi nkan wo wiase no nka yare ho kon no omo ba Ghana besu ayewura na nadodan kwa akufu ado anke boa wo mo na de waye ni nyina echi no ahodaso ne bema nti wode nhyehyɛ bema ye ankasa nkura ne soso ye ho bambo no ye de be hye ye ayensem ne ya so mumua ene abusua no eno ne ma ekire health minister ede nhyehyɛ ba ye se upia ko dodo mu no fa bibi kata wo hona no ye kana brofo se face mask no ni nyina ye niema ma ye hono ya hwese ye bobobo ye ho ban free se ye ma community spread no yare na ete se wo ye mpatamu no eso beba fom nanso mira se wo anim se nipa do be bia ye mumu kakra so aso den no edoso nti nyeme nwa se mira ba be kan ye se de aduru ni de instant justice kakra bebem na ye warning sign ama yenimu binum so a omaso odin broso kakra no se ye kase ye twen se ni nyina koto ahwe ya moso maso odin kakra fo na so be ma de yi ni nyia adwerego nti mefo ano so na minim se Ghana fo dodo no aso fo ano so se ye masa so twen kakra no bi mfefem na ma nipa mohu kakra minu awubusa de district ne ya won se dwa ne dwa ya wode ho hye ba ya edrum pempenso bo ayema menom ne yesrese social distance and physical distance mo hyehyɛ dwantiti mo no ye ma mi ye fa ho kra assemblies ne dodo na edane ayi paint tietiti mo penti kyerɛ bebia obi a bɛhye dwa ebe ma ntiti mo na ba esoso obe hu se obesan kodwa na ko rounds no na bebia wo penti so won hye dwa no no wasan pegya dwa no ko sinkwan no ayeden na yeguso eno na ama ode nhya etoso mienu ba ye se asante mantemu ha de na wotwe dwa no wotwem ema ye adwura sei ho kasa kire bi bepie ho amni se no nyina waka ma nato na eno ya be na enu nanse ya saa montitimu ya enye adwumani nti menua awuku eye nkawe atuma wo beja municipal ese o de krado ato market no o de krado ato market no
wanya ato
watu dwanum
how
wo ayi botitimu dewro ya abo enti watum na minim say district ne bisuso wo similar nhyehyɛ so ame na kajetia ho ya atwe ne ade kakra de meyo mu ne apamfo so buru na no na omu nyina age twia no makogu so amedwom ntie no so Dr. Bobie omu ye ya enye yi no so mutu dwanum okọ ye adwo so a wa o ma me se wa da echi ho unse ne kwan no ho a nyame adarum akufo ado yi run about no free ho akwan ne timi da mu kakra no still na kwan no ho dwa no ya aginsem eno so ye ya muntiti no watum nti de ama eduru bempenso a ye de ahoma boyeyem bodom no nyina ho ban free kakra no ho ne se ntitimu na amamu a na adwuma amampanyini ne aboafo yiye a doctor for mbetena ha ye say omukura omu ewo kona no emu 34 wo western region omanya coronavirus na asa de ye koye ni mienu a na binum atwen asan be say ba konefa nti progress ni ntimi nkon kan ma ye nsipo no wie
ye hwe boase e normal no koso ho pa e wa sentimental ha so so we din wa menim story ne say this tie ba wetimi a kire ya say nipa bi ene COVID de normal kokoma boasefo assembly na almost say what is our story no
matibi
it is there
matibi no as
because a doctor for isi omo here more PPEs and omo here assistance okay so doctor no class keto abi enso no obi titini nsem no de ade be chew na wo se wo ya somesi ana wo say me nim story ni yentimi pese me kabasa wo na wo ye din woni ma betimi a kire mu
medase so de ma for boase ye be chia boase fo nyina unse kuforo dama se boase akoye mienu oboase municipal wa onua na woni mo ye adwuma wo ha eye adanse bona na ohwe ho no na ni east ho boase east so menua ba for see ehwe ho na ye kan omubo mo oboase na ye boase ba akona ewura kufo ado team se mpuntu no bedoso akontem ho amom no ankomo no pie masom ema mo adwuma ye fo yi bi kura frame ebusa ase enkomo epie mu radio ahodo so na ade ni nyame ncha de enu amira ma me kwan ma menu ano MMDC ni ye putupuru nhye mu bi nti adanse bona be pie ho ma o ma me wono so ne nkyire mu na megiri ye se mpempi ne ya na ye nkomo na ebi timi titikam no broni beka se misunderstanding nti kwa kumu wogene kokuo no mu a wono so free mu ha na nyame hira no a wakoye MC twene besi wo fidi kase so no amfa nkyire mu ma tiefo ne adofo de ma mentime ho ase apie eye obwase okakra
when na we din
I
say e dey be the see ho because you himself a normal nkrofo hia
yes
ena say na kwenti de what say no ene
nkyire mu a ode maame ene de media no eso anamosifo bi e frame no kosi so say munura wada won si nti asem ba akomua
anything ye pese
nti eye menua abona ne nkyire mu ne say eye adwumakuo bi na ye nhyehyɛ sɛ omo wakade a ye de ko yade no mo de ba be che wo boase won say wo ba asante mantemu ha eye regional Ashanti region baby ayare no e wo soro pa no eye wo boase ho na edikan nti aden say ho na ye saa ku no trimu po say ene say ye wo mo bi di ayemfa nko bibia okona no den pa me nkyire mu no nti omo no ehyehyɛ omo ne makeka omo ho no ena omo tabre ne ma no aden say me de mate omo ne say omo de koma abambofo aku no kra wo oboase saa na me nya report no but aden say baby I ha menua bonane ne say ade fefe say mo be ya say nka mo bo mama ne kra so nka me ba begina mu bi na ya ma aso dom no nyina ani ho na bia me hu ne say ono no ne ha kakra ko free no but ni nyina mu no say de wo ka no yihia akade no adofo so wo pepa mampanyini na mu kra bo
say no man ewei no man ewei almost
no man e wo no de mintimi nkan si pi say wo ho ana say anyina ho
ya fa ai necessary ko bi gina na ye fe ena ya mana me gina nti no man ewei
enti wo ze na me kan kamemia me sa meti ama wa tie kwa akum na Africa kwaku na nanum
ja wo na wo krachi pani akotie mu
ai me de se me tie mu a enti na wo ze enhye sofa mu a tie mu no nyina no me mem wo hu bebi a me hu no se mentime ho ase no ko free ne bia de nti aye me be no nenso no se nema no wo hwen se nema no kosi ho me kura de oboase fo mpa mo family me because na ya me call wo busuafo ho wa anyrofi First mass am de koye anso che me de be mpem miensa echi esubi akam nti se baby fo obi na baby fo nya me de me meje akobo ma de she ho ba
nti se o so mo nya obeji
oh mi nya pa
kan yan kwai
no de me hia se na me ka se ye de ko no na bia
o mo de no ma no ko bo ase fo no DC no MC so mpe no se o so mpe
na abrante ba akokora ka ko no ho a wo ye me junior opoko are na wanya nema de bo akon ya wo senior me ho me nwie ye na bre mi bia now they acquire my say acquire if I cause yeah you know what for them because anya say class prefect dey meet on behalf of all the MMDCs
what you are baby happen
eh me we are the no be here mo na matric 2 be am mo na me dey do na bo me
ma me call deputy director of education wa jora home kakra chief nipa be a text me o mo je say o hwa ni nyina ne say you are having difficulty to explain how things will be. Say you BCC, yeah. Okay. So no more.
Me say them dika kachron. Yeah, very clear in our minds. The person yeah. Name mumni your strategy ni say.
Edwada.
Yentieti.
Edwada ye BS square bede.
Edwada ye BS square.
Ye mampenika si BS square.
Edwada mampenika si ye BS square Edwada. Agento atuan baby edro ni ye be adwuma.
Anasa omampeni obeka kire mo se mo keka mo na mumie anasa obetumi akase mumie dende
minti kire de omampeni beka ba de omampeni beka bia no ye be adwuma mna yie
sei omo betena fi ye hwe nkoda a omo enya BBC say backlog schools ni bi ha so ma create platform or they send the questions ne assignments ne normal de ma but obviously say we teacher ni a obe who say ebinom koda ne wo genuine problems a enu nti wo ntimi assess sa normal no say ye bia sa de ne how are we going to handle them
true no kre nya kwala nyina kra na oba bia internet kra wo nti ba online say nya nipa kwala nyina kra na betimi access it. Television kura na use ye no television kura use ye no enye ba bia for kura na etimi hwe television in fact enro remember bedru mi kura fi just the whole after me remember no na yam bedru ye kosi anapani adum kanea enti lesson bi kura ko so akola bi ho ontimi enya bi enti those challenges are there man kana me boa enti na se nyankopon ya dum na ekoba se ye bie school until I said teaching here will be a friend review. You be review of the situation. Near remedial measures are you be take care be boa sebeya akolabia enkachiri na akolabia anso ehonchiri no.
It's review no. How about schools to say say your tembe. Me I've lost
nanka basic schools no. Basic schools. No more 1 week to finish the first term and go to finish the second term and go to the third term. No 1 week and you close it down. Basic schools.
No more 1 week.
No more 1 week to end the second term. Nanka ye mako di Easter. No more but third term. And you close it down. Basic schools. Senior high school.
It's senke gusu ekwa enke wo saying.
Oh, yes, yeah, anke ya babo ya awie academic year no. See o May, June, na ni ke awie academic year no.
It is say ya eno atiakemu no. How can we make up for those lost days?
So I say school term there. Yeah, ni ehye. Yeah, ni ehye school term. Any decide say school term free that saying. Enkosi that saying. In the light of the president kind, we are not in normal times. Say a kobasi ya BS school, we will have to adjust. So be a bit me a cover the akabiasi a cover bia.
All right. Honorable Regional Minister, I say or church no mem kakra about what he wrote was, can I comment on the Obuasi Nshira FM issue? Honorable Regional Minister number na drop. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Chief.
Morning, it is there.
Yeah, the Oko rest na Odencham deputize Emma Kakanti. So when
say we no the able lieutenant.
Able lieutenant. It's a question I want to wait to be in Yano na wafre so be Yano.
The business work here in Yano. Na me be na account.
Would you be na account?
Yes.
And me mausima bako.
Yo me chiamo. And for Michiadi, and then lawyer Munina. Sir, Obuasi issue ni Israel from a let's say 150 with an Enkofa problem to Israel FM, and then Obuasi for Chichimono, and Libya and Tiasia, and Yajama, Intina, Kofa Diabayaba. MC in DC, no mono point in this. If you are the way and a ye. Ni mu me kwa be first wa kano emi senya obisia first wa ye no na ama enya nsunsaso papa na o perfect unya no na comment ni bi no ha oboas no kurenya me ni bi da mani ama mpo oboasefo no a wo mugija ibi ba kuma se kwa so mbeto ne ma ne tisu hwe boasia no bia etwen ho fi wo I'm not difficult. Womwa Akofa Niema war central region Dunkwa Mosaido. Community say we feel Boasia. If he anywhere where COVID necessary will become the sort of Niema and that cannot continue. And none of them see no or maybe a man needs to communicate no. Say in Shira for a year, Comedy Niema ba a year or Mutitun, the Babua. Name comment be say Obuasi be agena KTC and the hodi obi enya be those things no M1. If you say ama omunya problems amount for 10% money Obuasi for a deal. Name no no correct Obuasi number no cost but you be an energy. And a name no common fanfa attend the home how to communicate. And they have no a problem no. It's not like a penny a man.
But I say MC, no say individual become or stand day on the ticket of a particular party in Tino or agenda, Tina or the Huabeca, Tino, and or reject it. Sir, and I mean, you said also say
amount for the Kasa, there were two executives, no, chief executives. There were Obuasi municipal, there were Obuasi. This could be Abia. One of the reasons that Abia actually Abem the name at the beginning, no more resolve. Now, that is where people are doing other reasons. But the initial issue, you know, any they may catch it.
I see.
And the Abia a big basa a punk of one term. Okay, it makes me know when your issue be. Near Cananti, I say, Nejuma, Abia officer, Cassini, and also feature senior. It drew baby na OBS will be and young Quansia. Now, if you might have said, find other reason. My main for example, Sister Butcher's register, easy way. And I'm said over the year, me find the party B, no favor new voters register, party B, and favor new voters register. And because of Montia Cinnamon, she drew baby or say, when we could be, we have we. That way, so I didn't see numbers here. Again, the woman was through. And none of this uncle can count, but that wasn't the fundamental issue, not a woman. So that issue, me Cornell said, people are taking and trying position. Then people will start reading meaning into other things, AB and Kahon and Fahon Kra, then no Babishim. You know, them at the stage, we cannot work without the media. We are all partners. And our media cannot exist without the people. In the yet the Kofa and Tokwebi and now or kind be about the
Chief, wait a minute, John, and Chepi, what is Ghana Medical Association for or Mopeniba, I was so Muhiano, Market Webiansa, Tia Casas is here, no man away.
And near man, mean to mean, baby, and the Monfre Divisional Police Commander, because the near man now may command Divisional Police Commander. And I think the Divisional Police Commander should also have been informed that assembly, say they are going to medicine or something, because he's under the MUSEC, the Municipal Security Council. And Oko District also, Commander is under DISEC. If you have leave, and working together, something like that, they could have informed them. At the
also now president of RegSec. Until at least ni nyina ba e baba be pio abobo ano. Tina me busa say what say no man Akoko di here abra MC no rejecting am.
Ya me ti ye ne say no say niema no ko minim so ACPO minim na be on fan cheme if I quote it wrongly but the answer so 2016 now war new to be afi and on bi no ba oboase mo friend nam bi sana ono bit ma kire ba bi niema no. Yes, Abon Fred in China FM. On bit my children, Mano, there be a but no definitely in your assembly. And Yamano, no, so move with the Coma Divisional Commander for this.
You better say no pay.
Yes, Madam.
Honorable Ashanti Regional Minister. And yes,
I'm a boss actually. Who's assembly or as a champion? All right,
me 10 minutes into Mame and Chamamo. I'm say lawyer cried a woman 1 minute person. It's no lawyer. Say education and COVID. Final take.
Oh, your final take is say no. Your position your home. Say a Kobase president direct. Say you schools. You bet me a B school near her. Say
can't for. Public schools and public schools. And private
public schools.
For the private schools.
National Inspectorate Board is now responsible for private schools.
It's what happens there, you know your matter.
Oh, it's a matter because it's education, but they are responsible for them.
And it's almost private schools no no maybe not say and
we will report to National Inspectorate Board.
More than National Inspectorate Board, no. Why the
National Inspectorate Board is a regulator. Regulator of pre-tertiary schools in Ghana.
Okay, now I get it.
Right.
And this is who say school be or rickety bus near the necessary a private school. I'm a farmer.
No, you go to National Inspectorate Board.
But
Oba ye beji near inform National Inspectorate Board.
All right, into education and COVID.
Right. Into the American say. Yeah, Bob Wire home. Said by Yakobase, President Director say in school. You bet me a B school near making sure say school for near my 4 school mean and no be a very comfortable, no be a very secure and safe. The year training say I drink a Nibako for trip. Obia or was suggesting I would just a bit me a boy piano or the bar ye be near the Yajuma Abuama Jumana ye.
We say obi abofra bi a man assignment bi WhatsApp so and as social media so na wentimi anye ye betimi use as an assessment to judge akodano performance on the report card so be appropriate.
Minisa say akola no man assignment it depends on the ochre no enti abi akola na fensu kra no nye say ochre no ba akon na wantimi anya now man the test then you conclude no you are supposed to provide some remedial support and some way of final assessment.
Lawyer Ebeda say ofa hane lawyer Tony Buatene Deputy Director General Ghana Education Services in charge of is it services and what management no free Fijase
aye
lawyer Ebeda
one Fijase lawyer ba koso ne nam no na ka chire ho
there
Memodi.
That's all the men in your fine. 80 look various assemblies. Mama Yantidia Mosomo Yan.
I said, I can't see the pono. Yeah, they are almost pony in area. Yeah, they almost is in Besum kama. And no so be mammy assignment TV. If you PJ Moa Magina or the fool and Naka home. Say,
Mr. Kasakis na food.
I was no so be my assignment to be. TPJ mo imagine no the fuel like we are not in normal times. Indeed. That's on the lighter note. Indeed, said yeah, Yura, Ebore mobile advice, Ebesre, you know. Mestre Bium say, you know, a moment, and I'm in person me to the intina me share that detail. You know, more in Shirai family or Boasi should or say, Moma and Yajo bro, na ye see in the kama. Into I didn't say, or no na kanede na say ombedom yesa na masre minuamo MMDCs edio 9 miensa no 43 ni nyina so say the man penny can say we are not in normal times no guso a normalize nti yinwie sano ti yenkoso na dwuma ehye yense nyina so yemfa ho keka efata enye ema enhye yempanyimfo a mampanyini di ja omo asante mantemu ha eno no ama
say na wenya NDC for man challenge wuntimi nkasa
so ma mi wura ho
say na ye ka beti nya mi wura na
say
na wonko ho ba bia ene ye ka local government and covid
yes de na twetwe enwum yo hwema na twetwe enwum nti na mi nya hweman so ama yese agbante ba kono bena nu se nka bia na ye bedo so ngoma ya NDC for so mo ntwere ne ho ahwan se wo se ne kra de
ene ye di ato ho
for so ma me se futu ni ti na mayi ni nyina gu ho no because no nyina me so ho da ya na me de ba na ase me mfanto aja
se yare itwamu a ana yare ikofo mu a ye be ko dance ye be ko aye
but unse ne ma
bibia
mi ra mi ntwa no unse ne ma bi de yare ni twamu antwamu ese o
to say dey
to say the Omano Epo ye be seen on December 7, 2020, because it will be a constitutional issue. Say yare ye twem, say yare ntwemu. Say o mamra na ehye and there are entrenched provisions so. Da ye to aba any mfie nan so aye to aba yi mampanyini said that say na foforo no. These are entrenched provisions ehye mamra no akoma ho. Inti yare twemu yare ntwemu, those issues we can't put on the side banner. A home common easy deal because at the end December 7th, the Yamedum Yankwa na
Honorable Fuseni Donko writes, ask Odenchem how his students in Winamda and Prekesiase would do the social distancing if schools are reopened. Aye.
So school down when I'm the one CB or me CB no. As long as a school down or holding there, ye de apatana wujano trees and the school so no ba kumi no be kanwa ye bitima social distance. Sa na de o kaka honi nyina. But you see, we are no wa no akofa no ho aba. We na mesime mfa ya obi a ono so de no ho bete. Oh. Me kwa de nanka de mesre director general ne say deputy na daroma ipeje mu a odno me na abefo computer ya nkrai momo amoma ewo kumase amunya ebidi 50 fees yade me hofo nya na dodo sa nti se ye da so twen se mampanyine beba bebi me nyina akode a se computer so ade kire no modo me computer na kakra na nka me so adoye 4 pay ya o mo che pp foi sa mrante na se minim so mo che computers na mo medome bi ne yemfa mo aye nuam nkuma no be de don ko ka no eba hye ampanyimfo de beba nyina ne ye beye ne kama school adan no megu so a me si ni te se de ye che kalawale no okọ kubu ene ya edru lente kura okọ mempekasa okọ konfenini chese deep na ojami trees and the schools ko pen be bi tena fa no hodi ji na esgracia ene ne guess we no ena mema kwa na aba na ebu mpata no gusi adan
okọ asore o yere isa bit na film
o ya mema na bodua
David bi so it will girl
oh nyaminti meja bet
oh girl
na me senya minti say ye hu awrade bi onu onya hu awrade sa
Don Pino writes from Malawi, say King, the Electoral Commission has every right under the law to compile a new and credible voters register ahead of the December polls, and the NDC and the assigns should stay calm. It shall be done, but the NDC must tell us what they have hidden in the voters register. That is why they are opposing the compilation of a new one. We need a new one. There is a pavilion at Winamda, not Apata Aba. Fuseni Donko replies, Master Red Trophy Kaswa, the Kalabule and Visionless, and then it's all about the voter register. Strategically, you can say Yebeka, COVID, education, and health. Enti no voter register na can wait. Nyame ya aduma that's na yede beba. Enti o say
so am yanka voter register. So tifu nyina so na mo aye voter register questions is etwen. Because na me wo mampanyini dada John Dramani Mahama a voice be or her neck can register Korea Hansem. Okay, the mind is for no the all born 10 seconds. Come the way na Samka.
Maybe won't be a war, Bomaventi.
Oh, meet my Bamoti. So, Oma Quine, they are my Bama.
What's it say?
Or launching a campaign 2016. Was in Pepia or Heso or Beria. And or then some question electoral commission and electoral commission 2016. Oh, I'm more. Oh, and or then some question electoral commission now or be Mama View no be Mama View. So now no one in him so berry. Na say I tekrema penyufo ka say tekrema mpra me mama wa
the largest opposition party to discredit the electoral commission. All kinds of accusations, including unprintable insults held at the person of the EC chair, have become normal. This is unacceptable. But for students of politics, we can see the strategy behind it.
It's enough. We know sauce.
Yeah,
Sauce. Oh, but sauce.
But just say
sauce.
Sauce on the NDC National Campaign Launch. A live feed TV3. I record do ye.
My own say for say the don't control. Unfortunately, my time is up.
Aye, next time I'm to time.
Me da pa Dr. Parkwesi Bedu as say or day or no synonym the better adwumadi na or no divisional chairman Ghana Medical Association Ashanti. Sounds so enameda Dr. Michael Osu Ase, or a virologist, Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research and Tropical Medicine. Made that lawyer Anthony.
You don't go there. I did beside my question. My boss, I send him a message. I'm listening to you live. Answer all your questions.
Who's your boss? Wife.
Go beside them.
Who girl?
Missy, I mean to say my freeze Abon in.
Who free would have been?
Oh, home concurrent subordinate or boy or mount date. But me check it. Me far now.
Lawyer Anthony Boatin, Deputy Director General Ghana Education Service, and Honorable Joseph or say also Dean MMDC's Ashanti, our regional minister also famous. Yeah, the Kumasi Catering Rest House, I say, but say open say we a reservation and I say orders and I inquiry now for 0549 883 669 and 0203 112 233 or more a bejo so mene ebusia wo fie ha nyina yeda tiefo ne obi ase da se ne yebesa transe ne de Akoko Abon, Eddie Abro. Yes, sorry, I'm a good in some about Hello 101.5 FM.